You open your laptop to finally start that massive assignment, but then you tell yourself, I'll just watch one quick short first. 3 hours vanish. Your eyes are burning, your brain feels heavy, and you haven't typed a single word. You've traded your afternoon for a stream of content you won't even remember tomorrow. You likely blame your character or your lack of discipline for this, but the harder you try to focus, the more your brain seems to push back. You aren't fighting a lack of grit, you're struggling against a biological threshold that has been pushed too high to find interest in ordinary tasks. You've tried setting those 5-minute app timers. You've tried putting your phone in another room, but those minor shifts don't work because they don't address why the resistance is there. To reclaim your focus, you have to step away from the noise completely. You need a 24-hour reset protocol. Before we start, you need to clear your schedule for tomorrow. This requires one full day where you are completely detached from every digital input. If you complete this protocol, you regain control over your attention. If you fail, the cycle of distraction continues to dictate how you spend your life. Fixing your attention span isn't about trying harder, it's about systematically changing how your brain processes the concept of a reward. Your brain acts as a filter, constantly weighing the mental effort a task requires against the chemical reward it expects to receive for finishing it. This graph shows what happens when you scroll. The action requires almost zero effort, but delivers an unnaturally high dopamine spike. Now look at trying to read a book. The effort required is high, but the expected reward drops toward zero. Because your brain is used to that massive digital spike, anything less feels physically uncomfortable. It feels like your mind is starving for stimulation, making even 10 minutes of work feel like a burden. This doesn't mean you are lazy or that your brain is broken. It means your brain is doing exactly what it was evolved to do: maximize its reward while conserving as much energy as possible. It is simply choosing the most efficient source of pleasure. Our objective for the next 24 hours is to force that internal threshold back down. We are going to recalibrate what your brain considers a rewarding level of activity. To make work feel satisfying again, we have to temporarily starve your system of all unearned, high-intensity stimulation. The first rule is the blackout. Devices on airplane mode, no social media, no video games, no sugar or processed food. You are removing every easy escape. The moment you try to negotiate, telling yourself you'll just check one email, the reset stops. The brain needs a clean break to begin the adjustment. The second rule, embrace boredom. Shortly after you start, you will feel a pull. Your mind will wander aggressively, and your hands will reach for a phone that isn't there. By the third hour, you'll experience a wave of physical restlessness. You might feel anxious or irritable, as if you're missing out on something vital. This discomfort is the sensation of your reward system searching for a high that is no longer there. You are feeling the gap between your current environment and your old, hyper-stimulated baseline. Enduring this stretch of boredom is how you force your brain to look for value in quieter, slower activities. And the final rule is to rewire. If you spend 24 hours just staring at a wall, the pressure to return to your phone will eventually become too much to handle. You need to fill the void with low-intensity movement. You must use this time for analog tasks. Organize your desk, go for a walk without headphones, write in a physical notebook. These actions provide a slow, steady trickle of engagement without the spike. At some point during the day, you will pick up a book or start a chore, and you'll notice the resistance has faded. Because the digital noise is gone, your brain begins to find these simple tasks genuinely interesting. By the next morning, the mental fog has cleared. You've lowered the bar for stimulation, allowing you to approach your work with a level of intense focus you haven't felt in months. When you finally sit down to work, that internal friction, the urge to look away every 30 seconds, has gone quiet. You can stay in the seat and actually finish what you start. So set your 24-hour timer right now. Commit to the reset in the comments to hold yourself accountable, then turn off the screen. A clear mind is a massive intellectual edge. Click here to test your focus and see how your optimized brain performs on the next challenge.